the Blowfish is my favorite band. I got to see them in concert at the amphitheater a few weeks ago.
How was that?
It was fucking fantastic.
Now
He is great live.
Now, do you like Darius Rucker as a country singer?
I like about anything that Darius Rucker writes.
Oh, he's a great. He's like one of the very few.
He
country
has the
singers
voice
that-
of an angel.
Phenomenal. I love Hootie and the Blowfish.
And not a lot of people know that he fucking killed the '90s. Like not the average person, I feel like that's our age at least, knows about Hootie and the Blowfish.
And you know why? It's not even that they weren't popular. It's just because you know how many kids I know that don't know who all the Beatles are.
Yeah, they're not cultured.
Well, I'm not a big
It pisses
Beatles.
me off.
I'm not a
How-
big Beatles fan, but there's
do you
just
not know
no
who they
way
are?
you should be able to name all 4 Beatles without a doubt.
You should know who the Beatles are. You should know. Like I have met people.
It's subjective.
No, we're talking about you should be able to name all 4 Beatles.
Grant is out of breath from walking
What?
down the steps. By the way,
You want me to name all 4 Beatles? Ringo, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, and George Harrison. That's 4.
Boom.
You fucking piece of shit, Nash. Well, there is
well,
none.
there was another guy, but he got before any albums.
Yeah.
Like fuck off, Nash.
But Ringo gets shit on.
Oh,
Which
Ringo's
should not be.
solo shit
Yeah.
you need to listen to.
I
Photograph,
haven't.
which is played in Funny People with Adam Sandler. Photograph was a hit, like
Okay,
72.
who is the best Beatles solo member though? Like post Beatles.
best
Yeah.
or
You think-
favorite?
Do you think it's Paul McCartney? Because it's. I would say this though. It's hard because John Lennon did die.
Imagine is one of the greatest albums ever.
Imagine the song is one of the greatest songs ever. Which
The
is
album's good too.
yeah. But I'm saying Imagine.
Yeah.
Everybody here has heard Imagine at least once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody knows that song. You know that song.
You have heard
Oh my
Imagine.
god, she fucking
what did you?
knows that
What
song.
did, how do your parents not raise you on music?
This is what I'm talking about, uncultured.
This is one of my favorite past. My parents showed me music as a kid. Music.
Same.
But
yeah.
did you, like-
I know all genres of music, and there's stuff that people don't know that I'm just fucking mind blown by it. But like, I love.
It's not
I love.
Uzi Vert. They don't know. It
I-
pisses me off.
I love '60s music. I love like the Temptations and the Drifters and
The
Yep.
Spinners.
yes,
Mamas and Papas.
I've been on a Jackson 5 kick like no other.
Really?
I have been listening to nothing but the Jackson 5 for the last week.
I mean,
God
like
damn.
the Rolling Stones. That's like a T-shirt, right? Like that's what they probably think. They don't think it's a band. They don't think there's any album like the Beatles.
That's
they
the
know who
only way they know them
Yeah.
is from that.
Well, Iron
Like,
Maiden is. I mean, no, most people don't know who Iron Maiden is.
You should.
I love '70s music.
I think that was the best era for filmmaking and music.
I love Jim Croce. He's one of my
You
top
played
favorite-
Jim Croce in
And-
dance class.
Yes, I did. I played Jim Croce and James Taylor, two of my favorite singers.
Oh, was that when you had to show the music video or two songs or something
yeah,
like that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I picked one Jim Croce, one James Taylor,
And I don't know if
and
you remember.
and Tony Gans loved it, and he requested a song for me
After
to
that.
play by Jim Croce after I played my song.
Do you remember what I played?
No, I don't.
I just
don't.
remember Tony Gans saying
Cook's
like,
over there
okay,
talking
that's
so
like
much shit.
screamo, and I said, no, it's not.
What did you play?
I played a song by a band called Can't Swim,
Reed Lucas.
and then I played a Billy Idol song after that. I remember
Okay.
that for some
What
reason.
Billy Idol song?
Flesh for Fantasy.
I don't know if I've ever heard it.
It was a top 10 hit back in like '83.
I played this. I had to show music videos, not songs. So I wanted to get like cool music videos. So I did Beastie Boys Sabotage, and I did this is the most basic song ever, but Pink Floyd,
Money or Another Brick in the Wall.
Another Brick in the Wall part. I think it's part 2.
It's a good
It's
song.
either part 2 or part 1. I don't know which
I like
one it
Korn's
is,
cover better, but
So
but they both have cool music videos, and that's why I chose them though.
I feel like this will be an unpopular opinion here.
say it.
Like
I am a guy, the king of unpopular opinions.
I don't like '80s music.
Well,
I don't like '80s rock. I don't like hair bands.
So you don't like hair
It's,
metal.
here's the thing. It's not that I don't. I
God
know I've
damn.
struck a nerve here.
No, the 80s. The
It's
80s
just
was
not
such
my
a down.
vibe. That's the best
It
way
was-
I can put it. It's not my vibe.
I look at it like this.
I
like,
respect it.
Like 70s, everything, like media, entertainment, it was for like the art. The 80s rolls around, it's for commercial, it's for money, like monetary
Advertising.
purposes.
That's why they all started dressing like that and shit.
I'm not saying I don't like 80s music, but when you compare it with the 70s, 80s movies compared to 70s movies, the 70s was
You just hurt me,
the
Clayton.
greatest.
Yeah,
You
it-
just
the
hurt
greatest.
me.
I'm sorry. I knew this would strike a nerve, but see, me?
No,
Led Zeppelin is one of the greatest bands ever, but I don't listen to them. And I have listened to them.
That's where I'm at. Like
everybody likes Communication Breakdown and Stairway to Heaven and that shit, but it's not my thing. You like certain artists, but that doesn't mean it's your thing.
No, I completely agree, but I think Led Zeppelin is the greatest band of all time.
Yeah, and they're great. Jimmy Page is one of the greatest frontmen
John Bonham,
ever.
John Paul Jones.
Listen, I could
Guitar player, whatever.
I could argue that and say that the Eagles are the greatest band of all time.
Well, we just talked about this on yesterday.
Look,
I mean, Eagles. I don't hate
the
them.
Eagles killed
here's
it.
the-
Joe Walsh and Don Henley.
Here's the deal. Here's my deal with the Eagles. I'm not hating on it, but I don't like the fact that they were conformed by a studio. They're not a real band.
But you can
they
talk
were made
shit.
by a studio.
You can talk shit all you want. You go to any
Then they were
Eagles concert,
other bands.
any Eagles concert, fucking sold out.
I've been to an Eagles concert. It was the first concert I ever went to. It was at Busch Stadium. The Dixie Chicks. And the
hell!
Eagles.
Goodbye, Earl. We're
Dixie
cranking that
Chicks
son of a bitch after this
and
podcast.
the Eagles. It was great concert. Great concert.
Fucking love Dixie Chicks.
Joe Walsh stole the show. I'll say that.
That's
He can
Joe
barely
Walsh.
fucking talk, but he
No,
stole
the Eagles
show.
are great, but it's not my thing.
Huh?
Like when I hear "Take It Easy," I would rather listen to literally like a garbage disposal. I hate that song. But I respect what they did. They're legends. They made a lot of money and people love them. It's just because I like it doesn't mean everybody doesn't. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier. Like the Eagles are one of my favorite bands, but like Take It Easy and like all of their their biggest
hits
and best hits, like those aren't my favorite songs.
You're a legit fan.
Yeah, I'm an actual
legit fan.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. We need more actual motherfucking fans in this world. Not bullshit. Oh my god.
Bandwagoners, they hear a song on the radio and they're like,
well, dude, radio's dead. It's all aux cord. It's all.
Nobody fucking listens to the radio.
No, music
get on Spotify.
Music is so bad now, though. In my opinion, like Jake will get mad, but Jake, the large majority of music is not good. And there's
not good music, but that's every era. But I'm saying there's good music out there now that you don't know about. That's the great thing about music.
I know this.
You can find something you like every single day,
Yes.
and that's why
there's music that I like in today's music and today's decade, and I don't typically like today's music. You know, I'm kind of on board with that. But like, there are artists that I like and that I am fans of. Do you guys know Daniel Caesar?
I don't
know. It sounds like a guy that I don't know, like a guy that works at Best Buy or something.
Yeah, he's like some guy.
No, I'm
from
not hating on
the
him. By
UK
the way.
or some shit.
Sorry, I apologize.
Some like black guy from the UK, and he sings like vibey music. He's got some good shit. He's got some good shit.
I will listen to it.
Like the two mainstream artists that I listen to now. I mean, they're as basic as can be. Mm-hmm. But it's Kendrick Lamar and Tame Impala.
Kendrick Lamar's not even that basic, honestly. He's popular.
But he's popular.
Say Tame Impala.
He's popular.
Tame Impala.
Yeah. But I can go, hey.
Okay, so
for example, how many Kendrick Lamar songs have you listened to in the last year?
That I didn't know. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, but see, I've listened to Kendrick Lamar for forever,
okay.
but I used to play Call of Duty all the time, and like people would upload clips and stuff like that. And Tame Impala Elephant off their album, well, I can't think of it right now, but it's their 2000.
The one with the purple cover.
No,
like
that's current.
The most out.
That was 2015. This was 2011 or 2012.
Oh, okay.
It was Elephant, and I heard that song. I'm like, I've never heard anything like this. Yeah. So I started looking up their music, and they're massive now. They're massive, headlining at Coachella. They're at Lollapalooza. Like
they're massive, but they're not. They're not massive to regular people.
No. But it's
regular
damn good
Joes
music. Do you like
Grant?
Grant, do you like Tame Impala?
I've heard many songs from that I like them.
Yeah.
So the average mainstream fan, no, I wouldn't say that. They're.
But they're huge. That doesn't mean you're not popular.
Yeah, exactly.
But Tame Impala, man, that brings me back to like 7th grade.
I mean,
I wasn't a fan until after I graduated.
Yeah. Well,
whenever I moved off to Columbia, I started listening to them. Whenever.
Well, we were talking about this the other day, but like with like YouTube.
It's hipster music.
Yeah.
It's like people that read Pitchfork.
Yeah. But Call of Duty, like basically they didn't want to pay artists to use their music, so they would use like cheap bands to like use their music, or cheap artists. So like Macklemore, G-Eazy, rappers like that, and then bands like Tame Impala, you could use that music and not have to pay them very much. Mm-hmm. and they blew up because Call of Duty was so big at the time.
Would you dare
Really?
say Tame Impala is one of the biggest new bands in the world?
Absolutely, it's like it. Well, I mean, I guess
they've
you
been
would.
around for 10
I guess
plus
you would.
years now.
I guess you would consider them like
They're new.
psychedelic, like.
They're a form of.
Yeah,
they're
that's
a
what I was
form
trying
of.
to say.
Yeah.
They're a form of rock music.
Yeah, I mean they're rock. There's no denying that. They're not. They're not alternative, which is the most. I'd say the most popular
They're
rock
like fucking
rock genre.
like indie pop, like psych rock, like
Yeah.
psychedelic pop, like.
But yeah,
They're-
but,
Some
they're-
hipster shit.
but it's like
It's
like
like
them.
the kids that roll up their fucking jeans, you know. That's
Well, I had to do that when I lived in Chicago, or else I'd get bullied. But
oh fuck Chicago.
but
anyway.
but yeah, like Tame Impala, like Arctic Monkeys.
Ugh,
No,
ugh.
I like a few Arctic Monkey songs. The Black Keys. Yeah, Imagine Dragons is fucking terrible in my opinion. Nobody likes Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons is the most like boring fucking group of all time. Everybody thinks they suck in my opinion. You might like them, but
Mumford and
I don't
Sons,
like them.
awful. 21
Nah,
Pilots,
don't like 'em.
awful.
Don't like any of that shit. I fucking hate new country music.
I mean, I hate new country
God.
except for Mason Ramsey
90s
and Aaron Lewis. from
90s
Stain.
country,
Mason Ramsey.
70s country. I don't care who you are, you can listen to it. I don't
Everybody
like-
loves
It's a
anybody that
vibe.
anybody that says they hate country music. They are lying.
If you're
It's
born
a
in
vibe. Like
if-
you sit outside and you're barbecuing, you can listen to that shit.
Buddy, I listen. The more, by the way, the more drinks I get involved tonight after this podcast, more shit country music we're gonna hear.
the thing with our podcasts, our best conversations come after our podcasts. Like typically, do they not?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this has been a great conversation.
How long have we been going, Nash?
116.
Really?
We'll keep it going for another 15.
Another 15.
Okay.
But
This is a music. This will get uploaded on YouTube. A music clip right here, like in 20 minutes or something like
but in
that.
general, like you would agree that like I'm glad you're on our boat. Like, just kids these days are fucking dumb.
Yeah.
They don't know shit.
They
don't watch
know
good
shit.
movies. They don't listen to good music.
Oh my god! You don't even get me started on fucking movies.
I feel like I can't talk to some people my age because they just don't
Huh?
know the things
What?
that I know.
Like I'll listen to music today, but like for me, the best movies, 70s, some 80s, some 90s. You know, I like 1950 stuff, 1960 stuff, and then music. It's like the 70s. It's like late 80s, early 90s. Like that's what I just listened to. Like hip hop, rap, that late 90s, early 2000s, probably the best ever, in my opinion.
Oh, it's very good.
Like Andre 3000. People
Outkast.
our age don't
Outkast.
even know who Outkast is. How? How do you not know who Outkast
but
is?
they know. They
Sorry,
probably heard.
Miss
They
Jackson.
Hey Ya, like even though it's like not one of their best songs.
This
but-
is what if Hey Ya, they think
Everybody
it's the
knows
Black
that
Eyed
shit.
Peas.
what?
They think it's the Black Eyed Peas, without a doubt.
Well, that's a little.
Like you said, Jake,
ridiculous.
my parents, like, I just grew up and my parents, like, taught me shit. And, like, they didn't really teach me things. They just
showed you shit.
listened to
Yeah,
music
you listened and
and
you
watched
got
very
movies.
music
You got
like, yeah.
curious.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you looked it up, and you're like, I want to know about this.
Yeah, and there was just always shit on, like, you know, just all these movies they were playing. You know, I just kind of took after them, and
Like,
they were
one of the
just knew
greatest
so much.
one
like,
of the greatest things about being like
Yeah,
staying
walk
up
up the
late.
steps a little louder. Fuck, sorry.
But staying up late, like on YouTube and stuff, like you find a new band, right? And you'd like a massive band you never like Led Zeppelin. Like I heard Led Zeppelin when I was a kid, but I was like in 7th or 8th grade when I found out really about Led Zeppelin,
when
and I
you
was
became a fan.
and I was listening to all their music, and I'm just like, holy shit! Like Pink
Yeah.
Floyd, Led Zeppelin, like all these bands, like movies and TV shows and stuff like that. You'd stay up late and you just watch stuff on your own, and you're like, where has this been all my life? Like,
Yeah.
why doesn't new stuff sound like this?
The first person I really looked up like that, probably my first favorite artist, country singer, classic, Conway Twitty.
well,
Oh,
who
well,
the
yeah.
fuck hates
I mean,
Conway?
yeah.
Was
if
my-
you hate Conway Twitty, at me and
Hey,
tell me why.
did
you
you-
And
stupid
see, I was
fuck.
like in 7th or 8th grade, and I would go around, and like, you know, my best friends would know that kind of music, you know, all those Leadwood guys. But like, I would talk to the average person about it, and
Yeah.
they would be like, "Who the fuck is Conway Twitty?" Like, "Hello, darling."
Hello, darling.
You don't know that shit?
Did you hear like
Watch
did,
Family Guy.
Did
You'll
you, yeah,
even
about to
find
say,
it on
did you
Family
find
Guy.
out about Kanye Twitty through Family Guy?
No.
No.
My
because
parents.
Somebody
Yeah.
told me about that he was on fucking Family Guy, and I was like, "That's how you know Conway Twitty."
So who's the all-time greatest country music artist?
I mean,
Oh.
by numbers and hits, George Strait.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. By numbers,
not my favorite.
By numbers, you kind of have to
George
say.
Strait.
Are we both Hank guys?
Hank Jr. is by far my favorite.
Yeah.
And not like
Hank.
family tradition. I'm not basic.
No.
Buddy, my dad literally on Habits Old New, The Pressure's On, High
Cost of Living.
That's not an album, but 5-0, Maverick, all those. Like I listen to the albums, like legit. I have the cassettes of these motherfuckers.
Yes, like I know those albums, like you said, like fucking front to back. Just listen to them, you know.
But yeah,
and people only know Family Tradition.
Or
and Country Boy Can't Survive.
Yeah.
And Dinosaur, which Dinosaur was not even was not even on the charts.
Yeah.
It just got popular for some reason.
Yeah, and that's my favorite. That has to be one of my favorites.
I
think now it's probably overplayed because I feel like in the past
go to Styx, you'll hear it.
Few years, I feel like in the past few years, it's like you said, it's kind of like blown up. Like
you know what the most basic country song right now ever is at every bar ever?
Look.
Tennessee motherfucking Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. If I hear that one more fucking time, I will lose my fucking shit.
Listen, big unpopular opinion. I'm about to piss somebody off here.
We're good. That's what we like.
I hate Garth Brooks.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a big Garth Brooks fan. I like certain songs, but my roommate who is not here, he literally probably heard you from down the street where he's at right now.
There's two
he's
songs.
He's a huge Garth Brooks fan.
I like Callin' Baton Rouge, and I like That Summer.
Which Callin' Baton Rouge is not even his song. It's Oprah's voice song.
Yeah, I knew that. And those aren't like even real. That Summer, like pretty popular song. I mean, they're both like fairly popular. He had a bunch of hits.
Oh, the dance.
Can't deny that.
The dance is a banger.
But I don't like his music.
All right, I'm gonna throw this out there. Did you ever listen to classical music? Ever?
No.
Like Mozart, Beethoven.
Never just like sit down and listen to it. I know some people are like, oh, I like to listen to it when I study.
I'm not gonna sit
never
there.
been that guy.
Classical music is so fucking good. I don't listen to it all the time.
I respect it. Like, goddamn, it's a goddamn symphony. It's a goddamn orchestra.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn, pal. I mean, but it doesn't mean I have to like it.
Didn't say you did, but it's
a little hot right now.
Well, we know when he talks like him and Grant. Last night we were gonna do a podcast. Him and Grant were screaming at each other, like in those two chairs over there, about music. I mean, that's what they do every time. They just scream about music. Like, I mean, scream, not yell. Fucking scream.
I get passionate
it's
about
like about
music.
one of the 4 things I can talk about.
Well, that's why we kind of like gravitated towards like each other because we know stuff that's not just today. Like old movies, old music. Like that's what we like.
Yeah.
It's like
pop culture stuff in general.
Like I love my Central friends, but like we just listen to hits today, and like I found these guys, and we're like listening to stuff I listen to on my own. I'm like, well, holy shit, we can listen to this at a party or like when we're hanging out. Like,
exactly.
Badass.
All of my close friends are. I've said this, a few times now. Are cultured. I feel like they know things. They're not just into the basic mainstream stuff.
And they have an opinion about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Even if it's totally wacko or wrong, they have an opinion.
Yeah.
Yes.
But on that note, you're a close friend. You got any last words for us today? Because we got to wrap this shit up, and I got to piss.
I got to piss like a Russian.
And I got to go get. I got to go get the shine for us. I got some shine for us.
Oh,
afterwards.
really? Well, no. I mean, nothing off the top of my head, but thank you guys for having me. And
thank you for coming on.
I would love to come back. And
you were definitely going to come back again soon.
Yeah, we had a great conversation, and thank you all for having me.
Yep. Well, on that note, we'll wrap it up. This is Raw Talk, episode 9.
Can I plug our shit?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're going to be on Apple Podcasts. We're also on SoundCloud. Mike's the Roundtable. We're going to be on Apple Podcasts soon, but right now, fuck them.
I've applied 3 times, been denied 3 fucking times.
What's the reasoning for that?
I guess we're just too fucking legit. I don't know.
Too legit to quit.
Too legit to
quit.
Yeah,
they're going to be pissed about it one day.
And
they're missing out.
And I don't give a fuck, but on that note, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Cut it off, Nash.